In today's video, we're ripping out the vineyard.
Good day everybody, welcome back to CJfarmGrit. So first things first, we are picking up the excavator that we are renting. Nice snug fit. Got this side and this side.
I kind of want to do it so you can see it now.
Blancis is on her way. She should be. She better be. And so, okay. So, I forgot my sunnies. Blancis is getting those as well. Okay, so back at Mom and Dad's farming, they had early farming. They had wine grapes and juice grapes. And Dad and Mom were taking the wine grapes to a winery until it sold to a new owner. And that new owner had their own large-scale estate, so they had enough wine grapes of their own to process. And so once that winery sold, Dad and Mom ripped out the majority of their wine grapes and replaced them with juice grapes, except for this plot of 1980 Merlots. So these 1980 Merlot wine grapes are very high quality and non-irrigated, so they had impeccable flavor, so they kept around 2 acres of these wine grapes. And so there is a friend that owns a winery that he has let us borrow his dump truck, and he was giving us end posts and different things. And so Dad and Mom, after the winery sold, Dad and Mom were giving these 1980 Merlot wine grapes to the friend, and he was farming it and harvesting it. But as the wine industry continued to decline, he no longer wanted them, even though these are 46-year-old wine grapes that haven't been watered in over 25 years. So the water table is high enough and the roots are deep enough so they don't need to be watered. And that is like pristine for Merlot wine grapes to not have to be watered. So they had incredible flavor. And according to the California Association of Wine Grape Growers, over 40,000 acres of wine grapes have been ripped out, driven by oversupply and reduced consumer demand. Dad said after like 20 years, then the wine grapes are like old, and so these are 46 years old. We were having them take them, but with the wine industry still not good at all, they didn't want them anymore, and so back in November of 2024, we started to rip these out. We were starting to rip these out with a cycle and a chain. And so yeah, now we are ripping them out, got an excavator, because it's not just this plot, we have another plot of juice grapes we're ripping out. We're not just ripping out wine grapes that we don't farm anymore. We're ripping out juice grapes that we used to farm. Stay tuned on why we're not doing that anymore. So yeah, these are 1980. These have been here, wow, holy cow, you think about that. These juice grapes, wine grapes, have been here for 46 years. 46 years, mates. So yeah, I mean, they weren't doing us any good. It was just kind of taking up the land, so we are going to fix it up. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the excavator was gonna be bigger. But I mean, it kind of is. I mean, we didn't need a big one because they're just juice grapes, and like we're ripping out apple trees or something. A lot of you all new subbies and maybe even some old ones. Old subscribers, meaning you've been here for a while, not your age. So a big question we get on CJfarmGrit is what kind of grapes are they? Well, these ones currently right now, these are wine grapes. We're ripping them out because of the reason I told you. But in all the videos, we are harvesting juice grapes. So they will go towards juice. Juice and like jams and jellies, stuff like that. And so of what that I'm aware of, there's like 3 main types of grapes. Wine grapes, juice grapes, and table grapes. Table grapes are like the table grapes. Grapes that you find on the table. They're like the hard ones that you'll like buy at the store that you can eat. Juice grapes, it's in the name. So yeah. I mean, so we have juice grapes. So whenever we say harvesting our juice grapes, they will go towards juice. We don't say wine grapes, because these are the wine grapes. That's a scrawny little post. Just a minute. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Why aren't we making a nice pile?
I'm still getting used to it. What do you want? I kind of gotta, until I get used to it, I gotta dump the dirt somewhere.
This is bro's first time doing it. Second, he was legit like 3. We were ripping out some apples, I think, or something. Yeah. Wait. Where's Dad? You can record.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, don't you want to figure it out in front of the camera?
Not really.
Bro doesn't like trying to figure something out, like he's trying to think, plus talk to you all, so. Okay, so bro is currently operating the excavator right now, and I don't know, y'all want to stick around, make sure your notifications are turned on for future videos. Not gonna say what, but you might enjoy it, just like you're enjoying this video. And if you are, let us know and give us a thumbs up. Wait a minute. What if we've been like 46 years of blood, sweat, and tears gone to nothing? I mean, the grapes were good when they lasted. I asked Dad, I was like, well, why don't we, save a row, because they're so old and like valuable and stuff. They're not valuable anymore, but just to like be like, oh, we've got, oh, that little, that row is, I was like driving by, like, oh yeah, that row's 50 years old. But Dad's like, why? Like, we could use the land better when these grapes aren't here, and we plant juice grapes or whatever. Apricot trees, banana and avocados that don't grow here. It kind of would be cool to be like, oh yeah, that row you see right there, planted in 1980. Do you have anything to say? Let us know in the comments. Looks like a toothpick. Picking on a toothpick. What? Totally like a cartoon, like, I don't know, that just looks so weird, and that's real life. It's like it's pulling out a tooth or like a toothpick or something. It's so much bigger in person.
Are we connected? Hello. Alright. Had to get the camera. It was in the truck. And I can't say anything. All right, this is what he's done. Piles everywhere.
We'll show him like all this. Everything hurts. Taking out.
Okay.
What is this for?
That's the battery for the goggle. So now you have the drone. Each of these arms.
I don't want to wear a battery.
Each of these arms just fold open just like that. See? And then the landing. Come here. The
I have
batteries.
an MD filter on it so it won't shut. I don't want to crash the drone that the spot.
Huh? What'd you say?
I don't want to crash the drone that we just got.
You can't crash it. So
Funny for you to say.
that defog, virtual cockpit. How the heck?
Tighten it.
There.
Yep.
Okay. You see something? When it gets clear.
Keep going right there. That's
There?
good. Yep.
It's clear.
Mhm.
Blurrier.
Like a flippin' statue, man.
Frozen in time. So this is the slider right here. You push it up. Right here, your thumb's on it. So you
I
push it
did
up.
that.
You push it up quick, fast. Twice. There you go.
To start the engine.
To start them, yes. to start them up, not take off. Just get them spinning.
So I press and hold this to take off.
Yes. After you push it up twice.
Oh, yeah.
So you got it now? You know how to use it?
No.
Out.
Oh.
Press and hold it.
So if
It'll-
I'm like getting
know.
lost up there, I'm just gonna press and hold this to bring it back
yeah,
down.
So if you don't know where you're at, you press and hold it and it'll automatically come back by itself. Let go of that. So you can fly up by holding that up to fly up, or go up and that goes up,
We're going up
down.
too high.
goes down. So you got it?
Wait. How do I know if it's like? No.
You can look down
How do I know if it's not like diving down?
because it hovers
So I'm
unless
lowering.
you. Yes, it hovers unless you, but make sure you don't go too low. Because you can look down. You can look anywhere you want. You can stand up and do it like you're up there.
Stand up.
And hold up. So let go real quick. So if you need to see what's in front of you, see this button right here? You double click that.
Okay.
See, and then it's black and white. So that side button you double press.
This one.
Yep. And while you're doing that, the drone's just hovering there, doing its own thing.
So I'm going down.
Crap, now it doesn't show anymore. Can I start digging?
Just a minute. What do I do if the drone goes wacky? Like, what's my emergency brake?
You just let go of the trigger.
We've got some pretty nice looking dirt.
It's not rocky.
What? So, Bro is going to continue digging that hole and rip out more of the wine grapes. We're going to go over to the juice grapes to cut the wire on that, because the wire needs to be cut on that before we take the excavator over there.
Totally feels like summer.
Spummer, spring and summer, spummer. That's good. It's technically still winter, but it's like springy. So what is that? Ring? Oh, it would be ring. W-R, instead of spring, the ring in spring and the in winter, and then it'd be ring.
We did that row. I think we need to start here, maybe? Oh, and then we still need to go through and pick up the wire Dad said, because he can reuse it.
Oh, come on, really?
I thought it was a very good idea. I just kind of thought we were going to trash it all, but Dad's like, he can reuse it. So we are walking through. We are now on the juice grape parcel.
Can you even see you?
I have no idea. It's fine. We're walking through and we are clipping at each vine. So when the excavator comes in, all we have to do is grab it and pull up. It's not going to be a whole line. So we are cutting.
The wire connects the whole row.
We're cutting the top and the bottom, and then a lot of this is kind of. Tell them why there's so much empty wire. And then we're gonna go through and pick up the good wire that Dad can reuse. What we're doing.
Yo, in the way.
Like go like way up, so we can kind of like speed it up with music. Go run really quick.
Is here good, mate?
Huh?
Is right here fine?
Yeah. It's a combination of pruning and then we're out here ripping everything out. All meticulous, putting in it, and now we're all...
I must say, this is easier to do.
It's like whole row I can technically save, but...
Huh?
This whole like row of wire, there's like nothing on the bottom wire, so it's like quite good still wire.
Do something with the camera.
Can't you guys pick your bums up and move yourself? Hey, what do we have here? SMH.
Shaking my head.
How do you know?
How do you not know?
I know like BT dubs. And IDK.
I didn't know.
Jam, just a minute.
No. IMO. And Mom knew that. I didn't even know that.
IMO?
In my opinion.
This is kind of fun.
What?
Ripping out the vineyard, and then before you know it, it's going to be all, like just imagine that. Tomorrow or 2 days, this is all going to be gone except for the Concords.
Do you think this should be
an open field? No posts, no vines. Weird.
You think it would be depressing, ripping out a vineyard?
Huh?
You think it would be depressing, ripping out a vineyard?
Yeah.
But when we know how much mowers and tires this wire has gotten wrapped into,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had to duck foot this a couple times, and it was like, it's like, finally, we're getting this out of here.
This is pretty old. Isn't it like 30 years old.
I don't know.
I think it is. We'll have to, we could do this black and white. We asked Dad how old it was, and we'll go back to this day, black and white, saying, guessing. Take your guess. I'm pretty
Of what?
sure
This?
yeah, how old is these Niagaras? Heck, how old are these Niagaras? Guess. We'll ask Dad tomorrow.
I don't know. Isn't it like 30?
I was thinking that too, but then it was.
No.
I know. I know. So
I think it was 20. Maybe. I'm thinking 20. No. Yeah? I don't know.
well, wait. I think it could be closer to like 25. I'll say 25. What's your guess?
I'm assuming these were planted at the same time as the Concords.
I know. Well, I don't know.
Whoa, wasn't there like asparagus here?
I think it was over there. Just pick. Just pick a number.
I can't. 28.
28. I say they're 20.
Wait.
That's.
So I'm thinking this is like even maybe over 30.
It's not. There was asparagus here.
Not the whole plot.
Just pick a number. You can never play this game with her, by the way. Like, think it's like, okay, we've done this so many
It's the
times.
dumbest game ever.
Like, what comes to your mind when you think of red?
and she
says
wants
red.
me to say blue.
No, she says red. I say truck. She goes truck.
I can play the game, but change the name. Do not have the name of the game. Say what first comes to your mind, and you say queen, and you want me to say king, but queen came to my mind, so I say queen. It's the dumbest title of a game ever.
Now, come on, pick a number. How long do you think these grapes have been here?
30.
They're not. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, how do you know, Miss Priss?
Pick your pick. Pick your number.
33.
25. What was it? What was my number?
25. That was your number.
But I think I changed it back down to 20.
I think it's been longer than that. What is your number?
20.
Do we want to call him?
Whatever.
Dead chicken. What's your number?
I don't know.
Yours was 25.
I thought I changed it to 20 though.
Pick. It's for you.
25.
Mine's 33.
Yeah.
How old are these Niagaras that we're playing out?
17 years old. That was a swampy mess. So it used to be asparagus, and it was just wet and swampy. And
We were
nothing was gonna
guessing
grow.
like 20 to 30.
Oh no.
So it's 17 years old.
Yep.
You're kidding.
I thought it was like so much older.
Okay, bye.
We were busy by.
I win. I was closer.
We both lost. You are 25.
I did say 20. You made me change. Okay, so we just finished clipping all of the wires at the vine, and we still need to drive through and pick up the wire. We were just clipping them, but yeah. Oh my gosh! Ta-da!
What did they do?
Pretty deep.
Fun!
Good
Wait, tip it. I don't know if you can see.
What did they
Yeah,
do?
Oh, you know what would be perfect? If we do concrete, and this would be our perfect singing.
Good luck getting out.
I think.
Come.
Holy cow.
How you gonna get up?
Yeah, not everybody come down here. We need one person still up there.
It's like that scene on Winnie the Pooh where they were all down.
I guess I'll need to get all this out and it'd be way deeper.
You going down?
Fix this.
It's fine.
I have to pull you people up.
Yeah, I think we actually need somebody to.
Landslide.
Now I gotta clean this out.
Take your people. Dang, I got.
It's cool in here.
You really
Cool
freezing
as in-
in here.
Cool as in, yeah, like cool as in weather. Without all this loose dirt, yeah.
You need to make like a little lamp so we can go down again.
A slide. Ooh, that kind of looks good with the sun and the sky.
Think I'll make it up in one go?
No. No. I can do that.
That's one go.
Give me the camera.
Well, can I tell how deep it
Hoist
is?
them up. It's about 11 feet.
Get twisting your ankle.
No kidding. Then you're gonna be stuck in there forever.
Like a cartoon character.
Do we want to get like a bigger pile?
Another day of ripping out our vineyard.
Hi, Cooper. Bye, Cooper.
Can't believe how hot it is.
Huh?
Can't believe how hot it's been.
What do you mean? We're in summer.
Wasn't it ring? For spring and winter?
Ring, we're in bring.
What if we just put these wire cutters here for now? Huh?
Gotta find what post to put them on, mate.
This one? Really, all these little doobly little things Dad's gonna reuse?
Yeah, I was doing anchor wire and I just need a doublet little thing and I had to cut it. And it was about,
Doobly. That's a bit fun to say.
isn't about 4 feet, mate, but it's fine. Literally looks like a crayon.
You know the muffin man that lives on something lane. Hey! K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. That's me! M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Why aren't you doing this row? Dude, you're not getting any of this wire.
Okay, it's connected
No,
into
it
the
ain't.
vine.
That is loose.
That's because you're dropping what you're holding. We've been doing the wire and we got like 3 to 4 bundles. We'll show you guys. But then Dad called and said that he needs the ladders and the Cosmic loaded up and put in the grannies. So that's what we're gonna do. All done.
What if you slowly do that?
Now that is the definition of waddling. Oh man, if she could only see the back of her right now. Can you stick the arm out?
I don't know how to put the little head up.
Just can you put the whole thing out? That's down. You sound so professional with the beeping.
Okay. So this is my third day doing this. And it's technically my first time driving an excavator. I did drive one. We were ripping out some apples. Freshly planted ones too. I don't know why we were ripping them out, but anyways, we're a long time ago. I was like 5, I think, 5 years old. We might put up the clip. He took a video. We might put up the clip. I don't know. If you don't, then I don't know. Then we didn't. But he took a video of me doing it, and I'd say I was pretty good for 4 years old, or 5 years. I don't know. We'll have to see how old I was. But yeah, this is technically my second time driving one of these. But I would, so now that it took longer for me on this one, it took longer for me to get it, like to get the hang of it, because I was basically learning myself. So from these last 3 days we've been doing this, I got the good and the bad things, and now I told them what, or actually, you don't know that yet, do you? You don't know that. So anyways, yeah, we're ripping out these wine grapes, all of them. Yeah, for the last 3 days I've been doing this. This is the first day that I'm really moving pretty quick because I found the right technique. where I don't have to go back twice and get the whole root ball. I can get it all in one swoop. But yeah, this is the first day I'm moving right along. So I dug a hole over there, so we technically didn't need a hole, but that is technically there's a lot of technicalities in here, but that's technically the right way to burn something, because it's way more controlled, it's way more safe, because it's in the ground, it's not above ground. And because when it's in a hole, all the fire is more concentrated. So especially these root balls that have a lot of dirt on them that are thick, usually roots of trees, roots of vines, the root ball of plants don't burn very well because they're so thick and it's just solid wood. There's a lot of roots on it. So with a hole, burning it in a hole, it allows the fire to get way hotter and will burn everything way better. So I did dig it as much as I could. I dug it as much as I could reach. This will dig 11 feet deep, so it's 11 feet deep, I think.
End post. End post.
She's doing them?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Recording you.
What are you doing after?
Helping her. I'm wasting the camera battery.
We're ripping out the vineyard.
It's been a lot of airplanes today.
Those are my wire cutters. You lost yours. Did not. They're not in here.
Oh, I look like the, whatever, you know, no, it's this. What is it?
The Arm & Hammer.
You're lucky I found your wire cutters.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back. My mic's not even on.
Like these dopey little wires? Why did you cut that dopey?
Like in this video, we are ripping out the vineyard.
Like, how? Come on, how?
A lot easier if you guys can walk yourselves.
That's why I can move it back and look at all that wire.
Wine industry wasn't that great.
I don't even know what it is.
The camera stick is like getting real heavy.
What's this? Oh.